Welcome back to the channel. It's LukeTheDuke, and we just hit T-minus 30 days until the launch for Starfield Early Access opens. And we just got some new information coming to us from a Bethesda dev interview, including mission boards and faction storylines. Now, we all know that Starfield will be a game of monumental scale, but there's also some new information of just how large it will be. And finally, I wanted to quickly touch on some new information concerning resources, Starfield at Gamescom, Steam achievements, and much more. I really appreciate all the love you have been showing my Starfield uploads, and in case you haven't yet done so, please hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. Likes, comments, shares are always appreciated. I've included chapters for ease of viewing, and let's get this one going. First, let's talk about Xbox and Bethesda at Gamescom, which is set for August 24th through the 27th, ending just 5 days prior to early access starting for Starfield. Now, Xbox has already stated this will be their biggest booth ever at Gamescom, and we've also seen that Bethesda has confirmed they will also be in attendance. Xbox will have a massive footprint in Hall number 8 with 3 major stands. But the question is, number 1, will Starfield be there? Which I would say is a 99% certainty that it will. And number 2, will there be a playable demo or banks of terminals for attendees to play a Starfield demo? And according to this tweet from Starfield Beyond, there will not be, as Starfield is currently not on the list of playable demos at Gamescom. Now, I checked out this Insider Gaming article, and while technically it makes no mention of Starfield, while mentioning other titles like Forza, Stalker 2, and Towerborn, it also does not exclude Starfield, or the chances that there will be a playable demo at the event. I reached out to Tom Henderson, owner of Insider Gaming, for clarification, and according to Tom, he has more general attendance information, but has nothing definitive on Starfield. And once anything is made available, expect a follow-up report here on the channel. Next up is a real quick mention of the Steam version of Starfield, and if you have already pre-ordered the game, it displays this image and confirms that there will be 50 achievements for the PC version. Now, as someone that has a decent console background as well, I tend to find that the achievements on PC are much less celebrated than the console trophy systems, and for me personally on PC, I don't even follow my progression half the time I'm playing. It would be interesting to see what you all come up with in terms of what these achievements could be. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Switching over to this recent article from TheGamer titled Starfield's 900 empty planets are perfect for DLC, and it touches on Skyrim's success and longevity being entirely due to its community. And the body of this one is centered on the basics that only 10% of the announced 1,000 planets will have life, which, by the way, we have reports that each of these planets is Skyrim in size, so 100 Skyrims worth of open world exploration and organic activities sounds like a lifetime to me, but anyways, back to the article, and their conclusion is that the other 900 planets could be used for DLC. Bethesda wants a forever game. Filling a new solar system with characters, quests, and civilizations every year is the perfect way to do that. Now, the thoughts of sentient alien life might be a bridge too far, but a new storyline taking place in a single system year after year is more feasible. Quoting again from this article, let's say the average solar system in Starfield has the same number of planets as our own, 8. Sorry, Pluto. That gives Bethesda 112 years of new content, provided it adds interest to one system every year. Switch to a biannual schedule, and you've got 224 years of gaming. It may not be forever, but it's better longevity than any game made to date, bar chess. And while I agree that a new system, being fully fleshed out and added in on a steady annual time frame, is one possible method, I would hope that it would also include a new story expansion, lore, and side missions, which is where, in my humble opinion, Bethesda games truly excel. I liked Skyrim's main questline of the Dragonborn, but what really grabbed my attention was the side content and factions. The Civil War, the Thieves Guild, the Dark Brotherhood, all immersive and interesting. And for any yearly Starfield system DLC, it would be essential to include this level of complexity. Now, we already know that the first DLC for Starfield will be called Shattered Space, and I've theorized what it will entail here on the channel in this previous video, but let me know what you think of this TheGamer article and their one system per year DLC theories. Next, I've got two newer pieces of information concerning the size and scope of Starfield, starting off with resources. Now, during the Starfield Direct presentation and previous leaked images, we know that Starfield will have a loot tier system. But now, it is confirmed that even the resources, which are elements and compounds, will also be tiered, including rare, epic, and legendary. Based on this screenshot, we see basic elements like iron, argon, and chlorine, along with compounds like water and chlorosilane. And as we look out further to the right of the Resources tab, certain portions are ranked with rarity diamonds, ending with neon, a noble gas, as a legendary resource. And this could also be tied to the planet climates and outpost, as Parima 4 is cold with a thin CO2 atmosphere, radioactive water, and marginal flora and fauna. There's also an industrial outpost that can be seen here that could be a cryogenic air separation plant, tying in nicely to the climate and resources available planetside. Now, there's no indication if the rarity of resources is based on overall galaxy supply and demand, or just within a specific system, but here is yet another layer of tiered rarity systems uncovered for Starfield. Much has been made about Starfield's playable worlds, and we've seen segments of star maps in the past, but now we have the Starfield Navigator. And just messing around with this shows you how massive the galaxy within Starfield truly is. Using clips from various Starfield trailers, some C++ magic, and various bits of next-level mathematics, the Starfield Navigator allows you to adjust your ship's jump drive range and plot courses to different systems, showing you various options based on what jump drive distance you limit your travels to. Now, once you max out the jump ranges and start rotating the galaxy, you get a true sense to just how vast this game is. If you're at all interested, I will leave a link in the video description so you can experiment with the Starfield Navigator on your own. And let's finish up for today with two new pieces of information coming to us from Jaymie Ridall, producer at Bethesda Game Studios. First up, during an interview posted to the official Bethesda site, Mallory commented that the amount of content packed into the faction storylines is truly astonishing, and we've previously heard mentions to the scope of these faction storylines, but here Mallory is saying that they are robust and that they are packed with incredible variety in their storylines. And this ties into my thoughts on Skyrim and the different factions, side quests, and storylines available. Those were incredible pieces of content and added so much depth and immersion to Skyrim. Based on Mallory's description, it's looking more and more like Starfield will match or possibly exceed Skyrim in this area of faction side content. Fingers crossed on this one. Now, the second piece of information gleaned from Mallory's article is where she is speaking of different aspects of Starfield she had the opportunity to work on, and we got this little nugget. The mission board also kept us on our toes, ensuring players had exciting challenges to tackle while exploring the cosmos. And so, as of today, it is now confirmed, at least from this developer interview, that mission boards will be returning to Starfield. You can insert whatever definer that you want in there. Many quests, side content, contracts, bounties, although technically we seem to have a separate system altogether for bounties, but these are smaller quest or side content that is usually time sensitive and will reward you with XP, resources, credits, loot, or possibly a combo of all four. It is still unclear from Mallory's statement if the mission board will be generic for the entire galaxy, system, or planet specific, though I'm personally leaning towards systems, as galaxy-wide missions would be out of reach for many players that have not yet unlocked certain systems or the ability to grav jump to the designated areas. Could these missions actually involve smaller boss fights or bring about extra heat and higher bounties placed on us by factions, or will they just be limited to gathering and transporting goods? I'm thinking they're going to be tiered as well. Easier missions for less rewards involve gathering and escorting objects, while harder missions could actually involve assassinations and full-on base raiding. But But as always, I look forward to reading your thoughts on all of this, especially the developer comments surrounding side content and mission boards. Make sure to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. Likes, comments, shares are always appreciated. All my social links can be found in the video description. Shout out to the over 129,000 of you that have stuck with me and hit subscribe, and a special thanks goes out to my patrons on Patreon. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer, signing off.